is that during adolescence, teens develop their identity, their sense of self, by answering the question why. And one of the biggest tasks of the adolescent years is figuring that out. Because if you can't figure out what role you want to play, if you can't figure out where you belong, if you can't figure out what makes you feel good, then what happens is you tend to be a follower in search of something that doesn't really feel good, that's not very satisfying, or you tend to be isolated and not be able to participate and connect. And as human beings, we're relational beings. We live in communities, and it doesn't matter whether you are on an island or you're in New York. We seek other human beings out to make us understand that we belong to something. So part of what they're trying to do in adolescence is figuring out who I am. Also, is questions about, am I capable? Am I autonomous enough that I can take care of myself? Can I get up and get to school and make sure when I'm at school that I've got it all together? Am I capable? And you know some of those kids who aren't capable at this stage, that we still have to say, okay, you've got your lunch again. Okay, well, I'm going to be there. So they're trying to figure out if they are capable, and they're frequently failing. And it's through that failure that sometimes depression and anxiety grows. But it's how we support them in their failure. If one of the biggest things I struggle with all of my patients when I'm working with adolescents is the fact that for some reason, they don't feel like they can make mistakes. And if they make a mistake, it causes shame instead of guilt. Now, what's the difference between shame and guilt? You're eating something.
Shame is relative to other people, and guilt is
in yourself. Okay. Shame is relative to what other people think, and guilt is how you feel within. Anybody else? Well, as a therapist, when I'm working with people, when you feel shame, you feel that you are bad. You feel that you are not worthy. You feel that you are stupid. You are ugly. You are less than. Guilt is when you figure, I've done something wrong in behavior or statement. My behavior is bad, but I'm not bad. I made a mistake, but I'm still good. I made an error, but I can still succeed. It's not something that's not changeable. If I'm bad, I'm inferior, I'm not good, I can't change that. I'm just who I am. I can't go back and reinvent myself or come out of the womb. Guilt is something you have control over. So one of the biggest things you want to do with your children when they make mistakes is focus on the behavior and not the person. Use language that's very specific. I don't like this behavior. You forgot your lunch again, 12th time. I'm getting frustrated by this behavior. Versus, my gosh, can't you think? Where's your head? Which makes them feel shame, because I guess I am inferior. What we don't want to reinforce in our children is that mistakes mean we're inferior. What we want them to know is mistakes are correctable, and mistakes you should feel guilty about. Guilt means, okay, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have done X, Y, or Z, but I can change that. Shame makes you internally depressed and stuck because you feel, I can't change who I am. I'm not worthy. So part of supporting your kids, your children's feelings, your adolescents, I am capable, is be very careful during this age because they are very picky about our language. You know what I mean? Mom, what kind of tone voice is that? Well, what do you mean by that? I'm talking to you very nicely, darling, but you don't have what I'm saying. That's the problem. So you have to really pick the words that you use to make sure that you separate the behavior from the internal person. That will make them feel I am capable. I may make mistakes sometimes, but I am capable of correcting them, and I'm capable of making them. The second thing is, can I trust myself and others? That's a real big key component, because if you can't trust yourself, what happens in adolescence? What happens? Isolate. If I can't trust myself to regulate my emotions, because I get really mad and I blow up and then everybody doesn't talk to me, I'm going to isolate myself because I can't trust myself. If I can't go out into the world and I feel that if I say something, I'm going to be really stupid and everybody's going to laugh at me, I can't trust myself. Then I'm going to isolate. I'm going to tend to turn inward. And that's what we don't want, because if they turn inward, that's how depression and anxiety goes. You don't want to